Why is it that whoever controls this sea route is going to become a global superpower? You may think it's because it's shorter than the other routes. That's not quite true. It is shorter, but not by a significant amount. It would take about 2 weeks for a ship to sail from London to India via the Suez Canal. And it would take about the same time for a ship to sail from London to India via the Arctic route. So that's not the reason. It's not because it's cheaper to use either. In fact, it's going to be more expensive to use the Arctic route because you need bigger ships. Bigger ships means higher costs. So why is it important? It's important because of what it represents. It represents an end run around the existing world order. For centuries, the Suez Canal has been the choke point between Europe and Asia. If you control the Suez Canal, you control the flow of goods between Europe and Asia. And because of that, you have tremendous economic and geopolitical power. But that's no longer going to be the case once this new route is opened up. When I say this new route, I don't just mean the one through the Arctic Circle. I also mean the other routes that are being developed in the region, such as the Northern Sea route along Russia's coast and the one through the Canadian Arctic archipelago. These routes are going to make it much easier and quicker to transport goods between Asia and Europe. And that means that the Suez Canal is no longer going to be the choke point. The significance of this is that it is going to break the monopoly that the Suez Canal has had for centuries. The fact that there will be other routes available will drive down the cost of transporting goods between Asia and Europe. It will also make it more difficult for any one country to control the flow of goods between the two continents. In other words, the opening of these new sea routes represents a geopolitical earthquake. It will shift the balance of power in the world, and it will create new alliances and partnerships. But perhaps most importantly of all, it will open up new possibilities for trade and commerce between Asia and Europe. For centuries, the cost of transporting goods between the two continents has been prohibitive. The new sea routes are going to change that. They are going to make it cheaper and easier than ever before to transport goods between Asia and Europe. And that is why they are so important. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe and stay tuned for more content like this. Thanks for watching.